perfectly, you know, you said it perfectly there, Richard, and sorry to interrupt you there, but here we go then. So we're into our second semi-final today. Over to the PlayStation side now. If you have just joined the stream, Tex won his game 4-2 against Resende. The Brazilian leaves the competition here in Singapore. Over to the PlayStation side, though, as I did say, another player from Mesut Ozil's M10 team. This time it's FIFA USTUN or USTUN, however you go by him. Only 2 Danish players came to Singapore. Mikel Lord-Jorf, a bright young prospect there, and the goal-scoring machine that is USTUN. And as you mentioned, Richard, for me as a professional FIFA player, there's a few things you need. You need to be able to defend, attack, and the mindset as well. Attacking, as you said, the best player we've probably seen, FIFA 19, FIFA 18. Defensively, not bad. The mindset is the only thing. It's like he just needs to be coached slightly there, because when he wins games and he scores, no one is stopping him. After 3 games on Swiss-style format, the man netted 31 goals.
Yeah, it's remarkable. In all honesty, the goal-scoring prowess that he does have at his fingertips, but that mindset, that's something that you can't train. That just comes from experience, from getting to finals, to winning trophies. It strengthens over time.
Of course, he is having to defend up against Diogo, I should say. Pichetto, who's going to be kicking from right to left, and on the other side of that, from left to right, will be USTUN. But let's have a little talk about USTUN's season. Qualified for FUT Champions Cup in December, the LQE in December as well in Bucharest, and had a good patch of form. December was the time of the E-Superliga finals as well out in Copenhagen with AGF, an impressive first season there, of course, playing again this year.
And he'll be looking from this performance right now at this FUT Champs Cup in Singapore to break into that top 12, to break into that top 10. On the PlayStation side of things, one of his teammates, Aga, or I should say country mates, Aga, is currently occupying that top 10 position.
Of course, supporting him from home, I'm sure Marcuso is as well, and a number of Danish players as the first shot does come into the game. Sticks the hand to David Heron, will go out for a corner.
Expect to see goals in this game right now. It was 5-1 up against Murtau, and it came back to 5-4. I spoke to him after that game, and they were like, yeah, I thought we were going to bottle it. I thought we were going to throw that away.
He's probably one of the nicest guys as well. Of course, we're a big fan of House. Like, he's always got a smile on his face, Chiefs, and even if he loses or gives away a game, I remember back in London, as you said, that FUT Champions Cup, he played against Mo Alba, and it was the kind of weirdest game ever.
The craziest game I've ever seen.
There was a massive goal scoring spree for use, and he conceded loads against Mo Alba, and in the end somehow gave the game away. He has to defend now, though. Obviously, Diogo, we saw him yesterday, went 3-2 in Swiss-style format, around a 16 win against Joksan. 4-0, then a 3-1 win against Rodrigo, the Brazilian, to get his place here in the semi-final. And it's important to see that he is ranked 43 in the Global Series rankings, so if he wins this game, he'll go through to a console final, his first one of the year. And he'll add another 850 Global Series ranking points to his name.
Yeah, which is so important. Looking at some of his, as you say, his countrymates last year, FIFA USTUN on those rankings, Marcuso, Aga, they made the grand final. Marcuso were top 2 players in the world last year, made it through to the console final at the O2 Arena. And you're looking at what your teammates are doing. You want to be there. You want to be there representing as well Denmark. Such a proud nation.
Well, this is Diogo there. Going to pull out a save from De Gea. And you just saw maybe a little bit of goalkeeper movement there just to pull De Gea back slightly to his line, which added the angle to save the shot. Ball will come back over again. Was aimed into Ruud Gullit, and it's going to be offside there, and it will be a chance of a breather for, of course, USTUN there. You can see on your side there, you can see the Xbox Global Series rankings text. Obviously, another 850 he'll be adding on to his overall tally there, whilst he's in another console final. Makes it to a cross-console one, Richard, will be over 9,000. Yeah,
unbelievable, in all honesty, the domination that he's had. But also, some of the other players who have performed really well this year, looking at the likes of Ajax Dani, Resende, these players who are just chipping away. They're not making finals, they're not making cross-console finals, but they are just doing the job. What a header that is.
Just picked that one out there, didn't he, Cristiano Ronaldo? We've seen that a few times as well. A number of kind of free kicks on the edge of the box. We've pointed it out slightly, haven't we? You often just change your man, you control your man as well.
Look at that jump.
And that's why Cristiano Ronaldo is in every single team. He can finesse, he can head, he can shoot from distance, defend if you needed to.
That jump is unbelievable from Ronaldo. Just leaping up like a racehorse, galloping into the final straight. Over the last hay.
Will be Houston that does take the lead, Richard. Question is, will that add a bit of confidence to him going forward? Because that was his maybe second shot on goal. He had a time shot maybe 5 in-game minutes before that, but that was just a simple set piece chipped in. Now it's time for Diogo to respond. Pele out to Mbappe. Lovely heel to Will now into a drag back. Can there be a shot? Oh, well done, Ruud Gullit timed it well, the tackle. And it's not over yet, though. It falls back to Gullit. Diogo, maybe a chance for Houston just to calm things down now.
Diogo, one of the FIFA players that very much plays by the book. I often imagine a lot of FIFA players in fighting games. You have the stats. You have like attacking, defending, mental composure. I'd probably say Diogo's probably like 80 on them all. He doesn't really exceed in anything. He's not unbelievable at anything, but he's very, very good at doing everything pretty well. Like, he's good at doing all the basics very, very well. Very similar to like what Megabit can do. Whereas Houston, that attacking is probably 95, 100. But the defensive, the mental side of the game, that's where it lacks slightly.
That was nearly a finesse into the top corner. Needed the hand or the fingertips of De Gea just to tip it over. Goes to the back post now for Cristiano Ronaldo. Who's going to try and play to Ramos, and it will go out for a goal kick. I think that's right, though. You know, the scenario you've painted out there, Richard. Say if Diogo had his own foot item there, it would be kind of very level around on everything.
Like a sort of like a Nainggolan. Everything's pretty standard. A Goretzka sort of player. Whereas Houston, you're looking at like Timothy Mbappe going forward, unbelievable. At the back, a little bit of a few question marks.
Kind of just sometimes needs that arm round his shoulder. Someone to mentor him when he's in games and maybe the game isn't going with him with the scoreline. And we nearly had another goal there before half-time. We'll get a corner to come in now and watch again. Watch him just controlling. You can see Ronaldo taken all the way as far as the back post, and he will leap up. And for a minute, David De Gea just kind of camouflaged in there with the attackers.
Yeah, De Gea were in the mix there with that black shirt on. You see Houston with a 4-4-2 formation for the Dane, and Diogo having a long, hard look at his team right now.
4-4-2, though, again, we don't often see this a lot from a number of players. And for you, why would you go for a 4-4-2? Because the only player we've seen do it is Tuga. Yeah,
it gives you the room out wide to be able to exploit. A little bit like the 3-5-2, where you've got your left mid and right mid. They get really bombing on the wide areas. Diogo is still in that 4-2-3-1 formation that he started the game with, but a couple of changes coming on. It looks like Lionel Messi entering the pitch. 99, Timothy Messi.
Of course, not always a starter for a number of players. More of a super sub, but normally later on into the game. But he's brought him on now, and you can see him there, just number 6 in the FC Porto strip as he picks up the ball, just lays it back to Gullit. It goes to Vieira now. I doubt you're going to be shooting with Vieira. Make sure you get onto Gullit's feet or an attacking player. At least. Keeping the ball so well is Diogo, and as we said, he's happy to keep possession at times. Messi.
Yeah, Cancelo doing a job there at the back. Right place at the right time from the Portuguese fullback. 89, João Cancelo. Shake of the head from Houston. I think he thought the referee's decision there went against him. Thought he should have had a free kick, but he only seems to get them in the box. The referee only seems to give them for penalties, it seems like.
It's going to be a very tight game, this one, though, because we've seen already, Richard, as we approach the 60th minute, that Diogo's not going to give up many chances. He's had about 3, Houston.
Which is very rare for a Houston game. Usually it's like 7-0 at the minute. Or it'll be 7-0 or it'll be like 8-7 in a Houston game. They're the sort of games that we're expecting to see. We're scoring 10, 12 goals last year at events over the course of 2 legs.
There we go, back post. Oh, he's just done a kind of half drag back there. And if he didn't do that, maybe he plays a through ball to Mbappe at the back post and it could have been 1-1.
Yeah, he also had Neymar through as well, but good bit of keeper movement, moving him to the left-hand side. He took the risk, he did Houston there, because if he goes near post, that's a goal. Even low driven into the near post area, that's a goal. But Diogo seems to be just feeling his way back into the game at this stage right now.
We have to remember as well, it's only 1-0. Go back a game, Resende was winning 1-0, and that was a different story in the second leg, wasn't it?
So it's a two-legged game. This is almost the first act of the musical that is the semi-finals. That second act, there could be tragedy, There could be heartbreak for one of these two players.
A few ball rolls in there. Goes all the way across to the leap of the Frenchman of Kylian Mbappe. Diogo can laugh there. It just goes wide. That's a warning sign to Houston, who has not had much of the ball in the last 20 minutes or so. Vieira to Mbappe. You'll see this a lot. Those two CDMs just keeping the ball between them. Went for a green sign. There's two in fact, but obviously no contact on that one from Ronaldo.
Yeah, plenty of men behind the ball as well for Houston. Rio Ferdinand on the floor. Getting ready to block it. That's the dedication you want from your centre-half.
Mbappe, two ball rolls. A great bit of ball retention there from the Frenchman. Keeping it so close to his feet. Will he play the overlap? Yes, he will. Ronaldo's not even in the box. Bit of an El Tornado. It goes all the way over. Yeah,
and not the standard El Tornado that you saw there. He actually did it away from the man and then crossed back across himself, which meant that...
Just to confuse us even more.
He didn't get the projected power, the trajectory on the cross that he would have liked.
And usually, he had Pele in the box as well.
Yeah, usually with that El Tornado, you're looking for the back post. You'll still, a lot of people will do the El Tornado. What you don't realise is they're actually holding L1 to cross the ball as well. So you're doing that digged cross to the back post. Even after you've done the El Tornado, a lot of people just do it and then press square or circle, I should say square or X to cross the ball, not holding L1.
And the second half has been so different. Houston, that was his best chance of this half. An El Tornado that just went straight to the two centre halves of Diogo. This is going to be a very, very close game. Here's a chance now. Maybe his second one of the half, in fact, for Houston. Slightly too heavy on the touches there from Ronaldo.
Just opened him a little bit too much room there. Did Houston, and not the sort of attacking display that we used to seeing from Houston. Yes, granted, it is a two-legged game. But in the attacking third, he's not had too many clear-cut chances. Again, is the potential pressure getting to him a little bit?
Well, I think defensively as well. I know we've said maybe he's not great defensively, but he has played very well at this moment in time. I think, if anything, the main talking point that we've been talking about is when he's been losing in games after being 4-5-0 up. It's just that mindset of it. I remember perfectly, Richard, when we were in Copenhagen commentating in that game against Brøndby, when it was like away goals, I think it was. It even confused us, and it was a late goal from Fredberg, I believe, was potentially from Brøndby, and one of those games again for Houston that just went all the way right to the wire.
Yeah, there's three games that spring to mind. That one that you talked about there against Brøndby at the Superliga finals, the game against Mo Alba in London, and then also I think he lost on penalties in the playoffs against Andoni PM, if memory serves me correctly. And that was a late bit of heartbreak for him, because the winner of that would have gone to the grand finals.
And of course, on the good side of that, he's got the E-Club World Cup, didn't he, when he kind of just pulled Fredberg out of a
massive hole.
Yeah, a massive hole against, it was obviously, back then, it was Team Envy.
Yeah, Aero. Sure, if he's watching this right now,
he won't want to be reminded of that.
Much.
Yeah, he won't remind us of that, obviously, after a great first leg from...
But look how FIFA can differ.
Yeah.
He lost that game in the Club World Cup, and then 2 weeks later, at the playoffs, it was 0-3, and he came and won 4-3, and then got a spot at the grand finals. That's how FIFA can change.
The great thing about this year, as I said, there's been so many tournaments, so there's so many different stories. You've got players that have been consistent throughout the whole year, as Diogo does come forward now. Ball roll into Neymar. Could that be the equaliser off the post? Lucky enough for him. De Gea was actually back off his line, so if it was on target, it's either being saved by the feet of De Gea or that's going in.
Yeah, that shot is where he's going to win every single match. He's going to win some, he's going to lose some. But what this style does mean is, when he's playing his best, he's pretty much untouchable in the attacking prowess, and he'll outscore a lot of different players.
Of course, I don't know if we've mentioned it today. I can't even believe how we haven't. He's actually unbeaten still in this tournament. 5-0 on Swiss-style format. Only two players could do that. Tex on Xbox and Houston over on the PlayStation, which meant he was the highest seed coming into the knockouts, where he actually matched up against a fellow Danish player.
I don't know if you've seen this.
Mikkel Laudrup with a bit of tussle. Was that Mbappe just in front of Messi?
Houston standing in front of him, so he can't play it
do
short.
I've had that so many times on Weekend League as well, when you just want to play short, and they know exactly what they're doing. To block the short pass, you have to go long, and of course there's a bigger chance of you giving away possession. Well, here we go then. We'll see Diogo from left to right again. French FIFA player. 1-0 down in this game, and a great chance. Actually, a handful of chances in leg number one. Of course, on the other side of that, you've got USTUN. 1-0 up, scored his goal in the first half, which was a header from Ronaldo, and looked like he's been playing a little bit more in the air.
Yeah, 100%. He's playing into his strengths. Ronaldo, Mbappe, even Pele is pretty good in the air. That 99 Pele, you're looking at 99 heading accuracy in the box, which is pretty remarkable. Alongside his jumping as well, he can get up, he can do a job in the attacking third, even though he is quite small.
Well, this is Houston's turn to attack, his first attack of the game, and it's nearly just nestled the right top corner there, just over from Neymar. And a warning sign to Diogo, just 11 minutes in. And you saw the facial expression as well from Houston there. He thought, whoa, that was pretty close to just nesting in the back of the net.
He's played very long right there, has Diogo. Huge kick up the field from David De Gea, and he's building into attack right now.
Marcelo into Hullet now. Pele, just a simple little drag back to try and just open up a bit of space. If that goes into Ronaldo's feet, he's pivoting there and he's finessing that into the bottom corner.
He keeps on looking for that direct pass into the attacking player, whether it's Ronaldo, whether it's Mbappe, whoever it may be. Just show me something a little bit different in the attacking third. Show me something that we've not seen yet from Diogo, because if your opponent can mark that pass and almost predict that pass every time, and that's the only thing you've got in your locker, you're going to be going out of the tournament right now. We've not seen a lot of versatility, that's what I'm going to say, from Diogo.
If Houston wins this game 1-0,
that'd be a shock.
That's going in the history books of probably the least scoring game for a Houston performance, which again shows defensively an improvement there. He has been away for a few months, as I said again. Known for the way he can attack, yes. And we've seen that in this tournament. As I said, after 3 games of Swiss style, he netted in 31 goals. I think he's a 27. His goal difference is plus a 27.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with the defensive display so far from Houston. I might have just jinxed it, though, with Diogo coming forward.
He's had a lot of the ball. He's had a lot of the ball, and if Houston's happy for him to have that, fair enough, because you can just see him jockeying across there. That's Rio Ferdinand that's been pulled out of position as well. You can just see number 4 on your screen. He needs to just pull back into position now for Houston, as it's still Diogo. Bullet to Vieira, as I say so many times. There we go. There's the direct ball into Ronaldo, and there's the shot.
Again, the goalkeeper movement, pretty good. It was a terrible shot, let's be honest, from Diogo. But the goalkeeper movement, it could have moved him to the left, expecting the shot across the goal. It's kept him very straight on. He moves him backwards as well, which Houston does. Lets you have a little bit more versatility with your goalkeeper jumping from left to right. If you're moving backwards, you tend to see the sort of cat-like saves, the reflex saves, a lot more often.
Of course, as we'll talk about as well, when you use that goalkeeper movement, you are affecting their natural kind of movement and positioning. Lovely scoop turn, shot off the post. And just like that is exactly what Houston can do. Yes, he can maybe be under the caution, have to deal with a lot that's being thrown at him from Diogo. He can go straight down the other end, Richard, and just pull out a bit of magic like that.
Yeah, he's like a cobra, is Houston. You don't know when he's going to strike, but he will throughout the 2 games. He can be biding his time, he can be waiting, and then he strikes.
Vieira, pull it. Cristiano Ronaldo hill to hill again. It feels like everything's trying to go around Ronaldo now. Yes, he's got the amazing in-game stats, but that's why we've seen players play out wide to Mbappe and maybe score on the right-hand side of the field. Just watch it again. He's trying to potentially look to go in the centre. Pele, he's going to probably go back. A drag back into Hullet. Expect that. Yes, he's going to do that. Look at Vieira on the edge of the box as well. He's not going to be shooting. I really doubt he is. Plays inside. There's Mbappe, and finally it comes off for the Frenchman.
The patience from Diogo right there. He waited and waited and waited in around the box. Vieira, nice little pass, and you talked about the left cam and the right cam arriving onto the ball at the right time. And it was Mbappe to smash that one into the bottom left corner. And we're tied at 1-1 right now between Diogo and Houston. If you are just joining us, if you're staying up late in Europe to support your players, thank you very much for joining us here in Singapore.
Of course, you'll need to get a few more drinks or some snacks because we haven't really played too many games today. We've only played our second game, our second semi-final out of 4. Then we got the console finals, then the cross-console final. So be prepared to do an all-nighter if you fancy it. I'm sure it will certainly deliver, and we'll see who will pick up the trophy and that prize money from FUT Champions Cup number 5, the 5th major of the year. You have to say, maybe that goal could have just given a bit of confidence to Diogo as he's starting to use Mbappe a lot more on that right-hand side, bringing him in as we saw, Richard, using that right cam.
And this is quite a rare space for Houston to be in. He's not used to a 1-1 game in sort of a tactical chess match.
He's used to just being let to go wild in the final third and just score, as we said. 4, 5, 6 goals, added time of 2 minutes. Will Houston get in front? Lovely scoop turn! And that is prime Houston.
Prime time at Houston right there. In around the box, Eusebio. We've not seen him used a lot throughout this tournament. I was asking, get Eusebio on the pitch. He is a match winner. He is a goal scorer.
Just the way, Rich, he plays it into his feet and just stops the ball dead. Scoop turn, there you go. Time green shot. And now he's back in front. 2 goals to 1.
So slick is Eusebio. 96 agility, 99 attack positioning, 99 finishing for the Portuguese man. He's got 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. He is, ideally, if he had a 5-star skill moves as well, he'd be in every single team. There's no doubt about that. He's the perfect attacking player going forward. He's prime icon moment, Eusebio. Until the team of the year FUT items were introduced, Eusebio was in every single team.
Yeah, same with a lot of Cruyff
Mbappe,
as well. Yeah.
Neymar and Messi sort of replaced him. But Houston, 2-1 with 1 half of FIFA left to play.
As you said, Richard, this has really been a chess match. He hasn't even had to do anything too fancy, Houston. Get it into anywhere around the box, and he knows exactly what can happen. Use a scoop turn. Can he go in front again? Tries to finesse that one, but that's going to be easily read from De Gea as it was just slightly far out.
He really gets embroiled in these sort of games, does Houston. It's usually a more attacking, free-flowing performance where you attack, I attack. In this game, like I said earlier, it's been tactical, it's been drawn out. And who is going to have the bottle to book their place in the final? The first PlayStation 4 finalist will be announced in about 6.5 minutes' time.
Of course, as we head into the afternoon of our Championship Sunday here in Singapore, our 3rd day of action, it certainly has delivered. I have to say, there's going to be so many more goals in this. I just can feel it.
Feel a goal?
Just don't know which way it's going to go, Richard. That's going to be what the next 35-ish minutes is going to explain to us. Pull it into Neymar. This is Ronaldo now, just toying with the back line. Oh, this is unbelievable.
Straight at him, and once again, if you want some entertainment alongside the FIFA action, just look at the face cam of Houston.
Whether he's scoring or nearly conceding, he's either got a smile on his face or looking quite puzzled. But he does lead 2 goals to 1, so that's a little bit risky at the back there. Lucky enough for him, it's going to be Ramos playing it back to Hullet. Just a word on Diogo there, Richard. Just how he attacked there. Wow, like so many different skill moves with Cristiano.
Yeah. I said I wanted to see something a little bit more different from him. And that's what we saw right there. Less of the sort of driven passing to Ronaldo, wait for the little bit of movement, the drag back, the scoop turn. It just seemed a lot more free-flowing from Diogo on that occasion.
Once again, Vieira to Hullet. So used to saying that. As they just try and keep on the edge of the box as they look to build upon it. Without those 2 in the team, you really do wonder who would ever take their place, Richard, in the competitive scene of FIFA. There's a shot, it's time green, there's a pause from Diogo.
2/3 of this game have been completed. You see some of the scores there throughout the last couple of days that we have been here in Singapore. We had all the quarterfinals taking place yesterday. And today, it's Super Sunday. Semi-finals, console finals, and that cross-console final. We'll be walking away with $50,000 and also the mantle of being able to call themselves FUT Champions Cup 5 winner.
Oh, this could be... just rushed it there. Did he need to?
Sabur shot.
Moved the ball so quickly. Inside that final third. Came to Mbappe and his back was to goal originally. I think the shot came off of his left foot.
Yeah, pulse has been queued now for 10 in-game minutes from Diogo, and USTUN's got no intention of kicking the ball out of play. And this is what I want to see from him.
A bit of grit.
I mean, we're going to talk about keeping possession. I think he played 4 passes and the ball did get turned over in the end.
I know what you mean, though. Just like a different way of approaching the game.
Yeah.
A bit of grit, you know, in his half. Keep the ball. Play tournament football, you could say.
Doesn't always have to be entertaining.
Doesn't always need to score loads of goals. Of course, he's always been quite a flair player as USTUN.
Diogo looking for that little pass around the outside. Mbappe to Ronaldo, but cut out once again from FIFA USTUN. He's 15 minutes away from making a console final. Guaranteeing himself 850 Global Series ranking points.
It'll be the furthest he's gone this year in a tournament. The Danish FIFA Pro. Here we go. This is a chance for him to score again. Just a bit of a bad pass, in fact, from Vieira to Neymar.
I fancy extra time, you know. I think Diogo might get a goal back here.
Don't curse USTUN, Richard.
I'm not cursing him. I'm just saying what I see. I'm playing catchphrase.
We're still waiting for that pause. 20 in-game minutes he's been waiting for it now. Nothing really to separate these two. It has been an incredible game of FIFA to commentate over, because it has been fine margins and a bit of excellence in the final third. The question is, has Diogo got that bit of excellence now?
Look how many men behind the ball from USTUN. That's the sort of defensive display we wanted to see from him.
Has he got enough in the tank to hold on for 6 more minutes plus added time? A goal would probably do that.
Yeah, one more goal would seal the game.
Here's Neymar now. Interchanges. Can he find Mbappe? No, he can't. Diogo, you're going to get maybe 2 more chances if you're lucky.
This is it. He's rushed a couple of chances
there we go.
before
Look at
this.
the space on the left-hand side. What a tackle that is.
Like a, oof. Hullet's going to win that. Oh, Marcelo, so good in the air.
Had to be good, had to be
It
big,
seems
Richard.
that
This is a chance. FIFA USTUN all the time in the world for Cristiano Ronaldo. What a defensive tackle that is.
Pele getting back. What am I seeing?
The Brazilian icon putting up his sleeves, running about 40 yards
Can he do
back to make a change. And if he goes down the other end and scores now, this is going to be an unbelievable ending.
Oh, it's hit the side netting. I thought it had gone in. Oh,
I think it's
I'm
GG.
emotionally spent.
GG.
Pele, can we just talk about Pele getting back and defending there? He's run about 70 yards. It's like I'm watching Escape to Victory. Pele's just carrying the entire team. Oh, wow.
Now we go into literally the dying embers of this game. Added time to come. I don't think it's been just announced yet. It's important to see that he is making a change. If anything, he is not taking any risk. We're making a defensive wall, and no one is getting past it. Kansai into centre half as well.
The great wall of USTUN. Everyone back there. R9 doing a job in centre mid. I rate it.
If anything, Vieira for Kansai, maybe get a bit more.
Yeah, potentially Vieira as a centre-back. Kante's quick, though. 96 pace.
Yeah, true. There we go. We can see what he's going to be playing there. On the other side for Diogo, he's ready to get into this one. Added time, I think, has just been put in front. Okay, there's no time left in this. Win the header. Have to win the header. FIFA USTUN, do not give the ball away. He should be done. He should be there. He should be in a console final. Get rid of that ball. And he's done it. The man from M10 has made a console final. The furthest he's gone in the competition this year. 850 Global Series ranking points. And a